If breaststrokers are breathing poorly or at the wrong time, it's going to be very difficult for them to swim fast. The challenge is that swimmers don't necessarily know when they're making breathing errors. We need a strategy to help them create change. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. More than any other stroke, breaststrokers create a lot of resistance as they move through the water. And a lot of that resistance is driven by their breath. Let's take a look at a powerful strategy for helping swimmers improve this key skill. It's simple cause and effect. Upper body position is going to influence lower body position. And so when swimmers breathe and the head and the upper body goes up, the hips are going to go down, at least to some extent. And lower body position is going to influence the amount of resistance that swimmers create as they move through the water. If the hips are low, if the hips are dragging, that's like plowing through the water. And so resistance is going to kill speed. More drag, less speed. In contrast, if swimmers can breathe fast and forward, that's going to optimize their alignment. That's going to allow them to create as little resistance as possible as they breathe. The better they can breathe quickly, the more they can have the breath moving forwards as opposed to just up, the better they're going to hold their position as they move through the water. The challenge is that a lot of swimmers lack awareness of how they're breathing. They've done it so many times that it all feels the same, and even if it's really, really, really bad, it feels normal to them. They don't know any different. And as a result, they can't feel the effect it has on their alignment, and that prevents them from making change. So if we watch this swimmer here, we'll see a swimmer who does a really good job of lifting everything up without allowing the hips to drop, and then by aggressively getting back into line, the hips come up even higher. So again, they're going to breathe in a way where the hips don't drop, and they're going to get out of that position and allow the hips to come even higher up in the water, which again is going to minimize the amount of resistance that they create as they move through the water. So keeping the hips up through the breath by breathing effectively and then getting back into alignment fast, allowing the hips to get into an even better position. Different swimmer, same skill. As they take the breath, the hips stay up, and as they drive back down, the hips pop up even just a little bit. So a really effective breath is going to prevent the hips from dropping. When the breath is coming forward, the breath is happening fast. That allows swimmers to maintain as much of their alignment as possible to keep resistance as low as possible and speed as high as possible. Now, how can we help swimmers create change? A strategy I like is called up-down breaststroke. It lets them feel the impact of the breath. It creates more awareness, which is ultimately what we're looking for. So what they're going to do is they're going to alternate between a stroke with no breath and a stroke with a normal breath. And there's going to be a big change between the two. And that big change is going to create more awareness of what's happening when they breathe. And the more aware they are of what they're doing when they breathe, the more likely it is that they're going to be able to create a change that allows them to stay in line. It's important to know here that the goal is not to mimic low breathing and to encourage swimmers to breathe as low as possible. It's about changing their awareness, changing the inputs that they get with each breath so that the outputs can change. If they have more awareness of the range of options going from a higher breath to no breath, they're more likely to find the strategy that's most effective for them. The real goal is to help create awareness of how breathing relates to position and what different breathing heights feel like. We want to help them feel forward. We want to help them feel stable hips. And if they can recreate those sensations with a normal breath, they're going to be breathing more effectively, which means they can swim faster. So here's the drill in action. What they're going to do, really straightforward. Take one breath, don't take a breath. Take a breath, don't take a breath. And they're just going to alternate between that pattern as they go through a 25, a 50, or whatever distance you have them do. And so the goal is to stay as low as they can when they're not breathing, and they can breathe normally when they are breathing. That's the biggest thing to help them feel, and they want to feel the difference between those two strokes. So how can we make this strategy even more effective? Well, the idea behind it is that we're giving them a variation in the breathing to help them understand the impact of their breathing. And so the more variation we can use with the drill, the more progress they're going to make. So change the speed, descend, build, whatever it is. You can have them use a range of stroke counts. You can have them use different hand postures like closed fists or upside down paddles. Have them use fins. Have them do it with a flutter kick. Have them do it with a dolphin kick. Add resistance to it. add a weight belt to it. These are all ways to challenge the drill in different ways and have swimmers feel and experience different sensations, and that's going to help them learn the impact of their breath, and that's going to show them different opportunities to execute a better breath. Here are 2 sets that put these ideas into practice. So they're going to go 4 rounds through, 50 breaststroke with a snorkel, so it's just no breathing. They're just keeping everything super low. Then they're going to go 50 up-down breaststroke, so they're alternating between strokes, no breath, and then breathing. Then they're going to go a 50 where it's 25 up-down, 25 breaststroke, so now they're doing the drill and they're transitioning to regular breaststroke, and then a 50 breaststroke at the end to put it all together. Round 1, they're trying to keep the stroke count as low as possible. Round 2, they're going to build each 25. Round 3, it's going to be minimize stroke count and time, so trying to be long and fast. And round 4, whatever they did on round 3, they're trying to be faster for each 50. So we're using the drill, we're helping them transition from the drill to swimming, and then we're challenging the drill in each round to force them to learn to perform and figure out how to make the breath work in order to get better performances. Next set is a little bit more speed-based. They're going to go 25 up-down breaststroke, build to fast. Then they're going to go 25 breaststroke, minimize stroke count and time. They're working the skills, they're adding speed to it, and then they're trying to get long and fast with regular breaststroke, executing awesome breathing. Then they're going to repeat those 2 25s, except they're going to build to faster, and whatever stroke count they used on the 25 breaststroke, they're going to add a stroke, and they're going to try to create more speed. We'll do the same thing again, where they build to fast again, but a faster overall time, and then they're going to go a 25 breaststroke where they add another stroke compared to their 4th 25 and try to go even faster. They'll repeat that 2 more times, and again, each round, see if they can get better. They've got to execute the drill really well and then take what they learned during the drill and turn that into a performance in regular breaststroke. If you want to learn more about how to improve breathing in breaststroke, check out the video below.